Well, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel with your host, Roy Rogers. And anyway, today we have another Roy Rogers alert. The everything in the tier list council is going to be starting in the OU, and then eventually they're going to be testing out the band. They're going to eventually test some Pokemon to see what needs to go in the ban list and what needs to go to UU, etc., etc. And Salamence and Wobbuffet get an instant ban. So with me now is old Keith, Senile, and Darkshade and Node Hunter.
We don't talk about those other things.
So I want to ask about like what really stood out to me in the text was um, making making a ban list 1 and a ban list 2. Um, while just out of curiosity, um, why why don't you want to move the like for instance like Lunun for a good example, why can't you just move Lunun to OU? Why do you have to have a ban list 2 though?
Because that's where we put them. Because if we put it in OU, that would be inherently misleading because they are not, in fact, OU.
All right. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I also want to ask about the doubles. Is there any ruling on the doubles as of current?
Why would I put a ruler on doubles?
Well, I mean, like for instance, are there any banned Pokemon in doubles?
Banning Pokemon in no.
Oh, all right. So that means if I have a Shadow Tag Wobbuffet, am I allowed to use it in doubles?
Yeah, you can eat buffets in doubles. Usually, people go to buffets in groups anyway. So
Oh, all right. What happens if someone picks a Wobbuffet and why not in doubles?
what do you mean? What happens? They just use them.
Well, I mean, well, won't that trap both Pokemon and force them not
No,
to
in
switch?
fact, it means neither of them are trapped.
Okay. Um, now, question number 2, and this goes to Note Hunter because you're the leader of NU Council, right?
Let's be honest, I'm the leader of everything. See now, the Tier God and Lord Prince Savior, half Super Saiyan, half God.
Tina, please.
Don't deny it. No, confirm this.
No, I don't
Yes,
tell lies.
Senile. Yes, you are. You're a God Saiyan, and you're very handsome. See, best friends. There we go.
You sounded like a hillbilly there for a little bit.
I'll show you a hillbilly.
All right. So, hey Note Hunter, hey Note Hunter, are you planning to move Jumpluff to NU because Sleep Powder, don't due to the sleep nerf, I mean, it's not really that useful in OU though.
Not how any of that works.
Yeah, I don't think Jumpluff will be in NU. It's a bit too.
Not with that attitude,
Well,
no. You need to be positive about it. Actually, Jump Up gets better. Now it gets HP flying for a special stab. Wow.
All
You
right.
get this
So
with
so
the power.
so sorry about that. I didn't realize about the hidden power stab. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
that's what drew the line there.
Um,
That was the only thing.
yeah. I wanted to also ask this question about um like as far as T-Tar is concerned, are you I mean I understand that Salamence hits like a truck, but doesn't T-Tar hit like a truck as well?
Let me explain. Um, Dragons are very scary, but dinosaurs are slightly less scary. And so, due to the properties of this, we're too scared of Salamence because it's so spooky. So it must be banned to prevent heart attacks. But since Tyranitar is a spooky dinosaur as opposed to a spooky dragon, it is not worth banning at the moment.
that
But
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then Blissey would be banned in an instant.
Are you scared of obese people? Is that your problem?
Well,
Blissey is not spooky. The only thing spooky about Blissey is the high cholesterol.
well, I mean, But anyway, I want to ask another question about um, as far as Del Kitty's concerned with Cute
Delcat.
Charm. I mean, with Cute Charm, won't it be a little bit of a threat for NU, or can
It'll be
people?
Ubers.
Nice.
No.
Darn it.
You should
Yeah.
ask Keith because he's the NU council member.
Hey Keith,
I mean,
Hey,
are you planning to move Del Kitty to uh to Ubers like like what Node Hunter said?
no, just suspects.
Oh, all right.
well, I'd like to point out for the record that before any of this imaginary scenario can happen, we first have to actually have NU exist in a few months. So, who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
NU
Delcat
doesn't.
will be UU. Maybe so many people will use it that it'll be UU instead of NU.
Uh,
They won't. But
hey, I would like to ask something. Um,
I'd like cake.
well, Borderline and Borderline 2. Uh, what's the point of having Borderline and Borderline 2 for the ban list? I mean, people won't play the
You
ban list.
you literally asked this question before. Actually, at the start, I believe.
Oh, that's ban list 1 and ban list. Oh,
There is no. Okay.
oh. I'm stupid here. So sorry about that. Question. I want to go ahead and ask about like the lower tiers credited at first be final. What what do you mean by by that statement, or by that question?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Are the tiers created through the usage stats final? And the answer is no.
Oh, so do you mean uh first be final? Do you mean by Pokemon are going to be, moved
The
around
Pokemon, the
uh
Pokemon
every
in the
once in a while?
tier are not final. They can change.
Oh, oh, nice. So um, as far as uh, as far as like I see it at the beginning paragraph, and it says that you're planning to move like everything to OU, and then you're going to test it out to see what should be moved to what. Now,
Well,
oh sorry.
actually, everything is NU right now because Darkshade is lazy.
Oh,
They don't tell them that. They don't know that. Shh.
You're giving away my secrets. Come on.
If you look in the Pokédex,
Which you can't right now because the server is down.
I guess you're not wrong.
But if you look at this Pokedex after the update, then everything will be in NU because that's its rightful place at the moment.
You are a gigantic piece of cabbage.
You see, because nothing has been used yet, it's technically never used.
Just a bunch of fucking horse hogging, and also it'll be completely untrue within the first 5 minutes. So
And we can move those things upwards as they go along.
I'm not sure you. God damn it. You're a mess. That's what you are.
So we're gonna have two Ubers and the rest is NU.
oh, nice. So,
NU best tier.
what?
NU best tier.
And you confirmed replaced by doubles.
Oh, I don't usually specialize in NU. I specialize in OU and UU.
I don't
So,
think you specialize in
so
anything, honestly.
well, I mean, I kind of, well, I try to study the tiers to see what's hot on the list, and I think the Pokemon that are going to be eliminated, I would think is Crobat, because Sludge Bomb won't be effective anymore due to the physical special split. But it does have access to Poison Fang, right? Is that an egg move, or is that
Let
is it
me
leveled?
let me make this clear. Crobat is very spooky.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? You're asking if Crobat has access to Poison Fang?
Yeah.
It is a level up move.
Oh, all right, nice. Yeah, but because so some moves are egg moves and some moves are level moves, and you know, it just gets confusing after a while.
Well, with the
If
coming
you have
update, you'll be able to check all in the Pokedex.
if you
Every
have
move is listed.
any questions at all regarding tiering, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a secret. We don't know yet.
All right.
The
Now I would like to point out kind of uh a little bit of a worry of mine. I mean, um, D Knight having access to superpower. If Salamence is going to be banned, then will D Knight hit as hard with superpower, or can you or can people handle it?
I don't know. Can they? Well, we'll guess we'll find out.
Well, it's only slower. That's the difference, and that to change in 20 base speed, it's gonna make a difference. But
And
it's still too strong.
it doesn't make people wet themselves when they see it because it's not intimidating. Oh. So Thickness wants to come in here, and seeing as he is a valued crying council member
Oh,
who is indubious, indomitable even.
User was moved to your channel.
oh, hello. Anyway, the next question is about the tier list council. Um, will all this like what you typed out on the forums? Will it all be put in the game in the tool area?
What?
Like the one that Q has been talking about, like some type of toolbar or something.
I'm not even sure you know what you're asking.
I mean, will all this information that you typed out on the forums will in the game will will it show in the game as well as the forums?
I very much doubt that.
Are you asking if the same information will be available?
Yeah.
No.
Only if you're literate and go on the forums and look for it.
Sorry, are you referring to the tier lists?
Um, I'm referring to C Niles the C what C Nile typed as the announcements. Will the tier list council announcements be available in Hoenn in the game?
They're not available in the game, as our main medium for putting them out there is via the forums. However, all the changes made are going to show in the game. For example, everything is currently sitting in NU, and it will be that way within the game as well.
You're lazy. That is absolutely untrue outside of the game. You're just saying that because you're lazy. Best friends, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you feel about the fact that I posted the announcement thread so that Trans doesn't steal all my likes like the vampire he is?
I mean, I guess you're giving trans a day off. I mean, it's kind of nice for trans's perspective. I would think.
I'm not giving him a day off. He doesn't write this stuff. I do it.
Now, I'm gonna ask something. I mean, um, as far as Steelix is concerned, I heard that the choice band Steelix can pack a bit of a punch. Are you thinking about moving Steelix to OU, or are there many things that can counter it? Hello? I want to ask, but are you thinking about moving Steelix to OU due to uh the due to choice banded Steelix doing a bit of some damage, or
Sorry, I just came back from a aneurysm-induced coma. What was happening?
um so about choice banded Steelix, isn't it a little bit too powerful to be in UU?
Okay, first of all, nothing is in UU right now. I'm not sure you fully grasp this concept. Second of all, no, it was in UU beforehand too. I'm not even what.
Well, I mean, choice banded explosion though. I mean that
It's
was
always has. You're saying this is new.
all right. And I do.
Okay, ignoring the fact that again you does not currently exist, which seems to be something you don't fully understand. Ignoring that, well, Steelix is actually worse now, and the choice band thing has always been here, and it's never been that great. So I'm not even sure what you're talking about, honestly.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, I guess Steelix won't be much of a threat then, like it used to be.
Well, it was never a threat because if you look at the base attack and compare it to the one of Tyranitar, just look and compare them. They just cannot be compared. Steelix is not really an offensive threat. Unless if you explode, that's okay, but you lose it. So
Explosion is a threat on everything.
I mean, Explosion Gengar, Explosion, Steelix. Now,
Explosion
Magneton.
Gengar is better because he's spooky.
Now, I do have another question, and it's very critical because there's been hot debates about this before.
Criticals were nerfed in the last update.
No, I mean not um not not those type of criticals. I mean like although that is nice information to know. I mean this debate was very crucial to the community, and it has even split some people. Um, so is Magneton's magnet pole going to be nerfed, or are you planning to let the magnet pole stay?
Let's go ahead and acknowledge the fact that how in the world could we possibly nerf Magneton?
Oh, simple. Just don't make it trap scarms uh and fortresses.
yep, from all the steel types, just make some exceptions.
Literally, it doesn't make any sense.
That's good.
And the reason why I ask this is because it's not me that started that. Don't There are tons and tons of people that actually started
Okay,
that.
let's go ahead and let's start from the basics here. Now, best friends, I want you to click on the announcement button and stare at it for a good few seconds. Let's do that. It's a group. It's a group activity. Let's do that. Tell me when you're done.
Um, I'm at the official tier changes. Is that
Now you're looking at it, right?
yes?
Now, do you see any mention of magnet pole being changed in any way?
Well, that answers that question.
There we go. And you can apply that to any question you have, probably.
Well, and I'm just and I know that some of the community has been a little confused about Magnet Pole. Are you planning to change anything about Magnet Pole once the update comes through?
Let's go back to the thread. Now tell me, do you see any mention of magnet pole being changed in any capacity whatsoever?
No, but are you?
If not, then it is suffice to say, there is no planned changes for magnet pole whatsoever.
All right, this will be good news for Magneton users. All right. Thanks for confirming that. Yeah. So, here's another question though. I'm I'm thinking right off the head of what's in OU, and I noticed that in OU I've seen um curse laxes, and curse laxes were banned back then. Well, are you planning to unban curse laxes? Are they not much of a threat?
Curse lax hasn't been banned in ages. But if you want to know what's going to be banned, you should go back to that thread and stare at it. If you see nothing about curse lax on there, it's pretty easy to conclude there are no planned changes for curse lax.
But once Hoenn comes in, are you all considering changing curse lax?
When you're considering changing or bugging,
Like, I mean, not nerfing Snorlax's stats, so that way
That will never
that's
happen.
never gonna happen. Not in the next 18 centuries is it gonna happen.
all right, well then, for any curse lax users, you all are secure as far as that's concerned.
Okay, let me go ahead and drill this point home because I'm not sure you fully understand the things that are being said to you or around you. I want to make it abundantly clear. If your question is X going to be banned or changed in some way in regards to tiering, go back to the thread. If it is not mentioned, the answer is no.
All right. So I do want to ask something not related to Pokemon now because I was just trying to ask about
No,
some
I'm
of
not
the.
going to go out with you. I'm not going to go out with you. Stop trying to hit on me.
All right. Let me go ahead and ask another question as you
So
you're
that was the
concerned.
first question.
The first question is and this is for Senile. Uh, what made you want to start the tier list council? I mean, I'm just my viewers are curious about certain things, and that's one of them. Like when did the tier list council start? As far as tier list council perspectives,
What do you mean?
like
I
when
wasn't actually listening, so what did you say?
you mean you weren't one of the first people in the tier list council?
No, I mean, I don't know what your question was because I wasn't listening.
Um, so what motivated you to you and Trans to start the tier list council?
As we all know, Senile is the only tier list council member, and the others are simply Senile clones who I keep in my basement, including.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
No,
So
no. It's too late thinking this.
and oh, all right. And I do have another question though, as far as
I'd like to point out, by the way,
yes.
I'm not talking to you, best friend, in regards to Ned. The original council with Barrage, I was not a part of that group. Basically, Plague was like, I'm done. And he was like, who wants to take over tiering? And then Think Nice and Barrage were like, we'll do it. And then he was like, okay, any objections? And no one else volunteered and no one objected, so they became in charge. An update happened, and that was flat battles. And then Think Nice and Barrage made this big post about we should look at Tyranitar and Dragonite to see if there was. A few months before this, I made a thread called Wobbuffet tier, where I put Wobbuffet in because he was the only banned Pokemon. And I'm like, hey, I made the Wobbuffet tier thread. I should make a discussion thread for Ubers. But what could be discussed? So I looked at what makes an Uber Uber. I'm like, oh well, Snorlax pretty clearly fits an Uber characteristic. I guess I'll start out with Snorlax discussion. I went on TeamSpeak. I'm like, does this make sense, guys? Should it be a discussion on Snorlax? They're like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll post it. And then everyone got mad. The end.
All right. Um, so Senile, I noticed that 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 some people like you and some people don't like you. So
Legend has it.
so
Legend says.
so when did your critics start getting a little bit harsh on you, and why?
The day I made the Snorlax thread.
All right. And is it because Curslax is welcomed back, or is it because a Snorlax got banned?
It was because I made a thread about banning a thing that people didn't want to be banned.
Oh, I was wondering why. You know, I guess people don't like bans. I suppose.
Yeah, I like bands because when I get hurt and have a boo boo, I like putting a band aid on.
Oh, all right. So I do want to ask about as far as the tier list councils is concerned. I want to go ahead and ask about what gave the idea of the tier list council breaking up from one main tier list council to an NU section, a UU section, and an OU section. What gave you and Transmaster and Darkshade, or in Darkshade, you can also answer this if you want. What um what gave you guys the idea to split off from OU to UU to NU?
Well, I mean, if we didn't, then the dictatorship becomes too obvious.
Okay, so whilst our OU council are very good and remain particularly good at their job,
Praise senile.
because
up.
they spend so much time on OU, a lot of the other tiers don't get as much recognition by them. This is not a fault of their own, but they're busy focusing on the OU tier.
So
There are a lot
busy.
of players we have who focus on the other tiers, and we wanted to give them a chance to give their input and make sure that they were enjoying the tier they were playing, and that seemed like the best way of doing it.
Yeah, Marty does a lot of work in the OU tier.
Let's not
Much,
forget RoboFubi.
much work.
Much really.
All right. So, I do want to ask, um, I do want to ask about as far as the split's concerned. So what's one of the first proposals that was being put as far as the OU UU NU split is concerned? Did you all decide that that certain Pokemon need to be moved to certain areas? Like once everyone went to UU and everyone went to NU. Well, when I mean everyone, I mean like the UU people and the NU people and the OU people. That's what I mean by everyone. So what was one of the first proposals?
Are you asking what was one of the first changes, or what
Yeah.
is our? Let's think. A couple of things were moved from NU fairly quickly, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what those were, but I'm sure Node can recall them.
White privilege was moved from menu.
Node, are you there?
Best friends wanted to ask you out. No.
I wanted to know what was one of the first things moved from the NU tier.
The answer was best
That's
friends
the one.
alert. I actually knew the answer. I just didn't care. Say what you want about spikes, but get ready for the stealth rocks, the sneaky pebbles, the trouble. That's not actually a song. I'm just making that up.
Oh, oh, Glalie. Oh, nice. So sorry about that. My my responses on TeamSpeak don't pop up on my videos. So, um, yeah. So Glalie.
Are we recording right now?
Oh yeah, yeah. Um,
Hey, Mom.
yeah. So I would like to ask you something. So Glalie was deemed as too powerful for NU, and it was moved to UU eventually. Are you all planning to move it back to NU?
I'll move you back. Have you not been listening for the past 30 minutes where I explained to you that lower tiers don't currently exist?
What? What's he now? So sorry, you kind of cut out.
Okay, let me repeat that. Have you not been listening for the past 30 minutes where I really explained to you that the lower tiers do not exist at this moment? And therefore we're not moving anything up or down because they literally do not exist. We cannot move them up or down at this moment. Or for a while, probably.
Oh,
Aside from OU.
all right. So the survival of the fittest, basically, tier, right?
Not what I said at all, but if it helps you understand what I'm saying, sure.
All right. I'm just hoping my my viewers kind of grasp this because, I mean, this hasn't happened before, so um, yeah. And one final question about the um, about the proposals. So um, when are you all thinking about separating the tiers into OU, UU, and NU? Um, like when?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that's already covered in the thread. Otherwise, we'd have an issue.
Oh, all right. Um,
Your video should just be a major link to Sinel's thread.
That would probably be better than anything that could be provided by a discussion
oh,
of this caliber.
all right. Um, so when you all considering um the testing thing, I mean I'm looking over here and I'm trying to look where you all have test dates.
I mean, test dates
Well, the
for.
tests will be official events, and we'll get statistics from that.
Oh, you mean test dates for the OU? Just
Yeah.
official tournaments.
Oh,
Yeah, what Keith said, just officials. Those are the test dates whenever the official OU tournaments happen.
oh, I didn't know you guys tested the OU tournaments.
I, well, uh, you know, okay, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm just sorry about that. I'm trying to grasp all this because, like I said, new region, and I'm kind of a little bit what's the word? Um, s-
Bamboozled.
yeah, yeah. I'm doing a kind of unexpected Roy Rogers alert because usually all the Roy Rogers alerts are unexpected. So yeah, if this was a prepared interview, then I would be writing down questions and stuff. So sorry for all my stumbling as far as that's concerned. So yeah, are there any final comments?
I love you, Mom. I know
See,
I don't always like show my appreciation, but
I'm back.
you know, I love
I'm
you.
back. Is Tignis talking about his secret homo love for me?
see now, what's your
I love
last word?
siblings too,
What'd you say about
almost
me?
as much as my mom.
So what's your final thoughts, see Niall?
Yeah, my mom can make me like more food than her, so that's probably my. It's like my go-to, you know.
Final thoughts on what, best friends?
Um, just final thoughts like shout outs and all that stuff. Usually,
Um,
usually I do that at the end of my interviews.
my final thoughts are, despite this long, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes we spent here, you still do not understand what the new system is whatsoever.
Yes, and I um yeah, like I said, this the news comes as a shock for me. So yeah, um,
I
I'll,
do have a
I'll
question.
yes.
What is the point of putting out an alert of something you don't actually understand?
Um, usually usually alerts I get more details on and that's whenever in the forum post usually first posts I usually do a Roy Rogers alert. Like I try to be as fast as possible posting the alerts so that way people can be informed about this information and and then we research more into it.
Now, have you considered the possibility that people could just, go to the forums themselves and read the information more quickly and more quickly and with more accurate information than they could by looking at your videos?
Well, I mean, so some of my YouTube viewers don't even look at the forums. So some of them, not all of them.
Now, is it because your viewers are illiterate, or do they simply choose to be illiterate?
Well, it's partially it's because they want to enjoy the game and they want to see what the latest headlines are.
That doesn't answer my question at all, actually.
You know, just
Alright.
don't be stupid shit.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I'm
be
being,
yourself.
I'm being really stupid right now. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, um, Darkshade, do you have any last moment thoughts?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Please, Archie.
What are you most looking forward to in the next update?
I'm looking forward to new studio, new alerts, new everything.
That doesn't answer the question at all, actually.
What about as a player?
Oh, as a player, I kind of look forward to officials and just filming them and maybe someday I can attend them.
He
Now,
hopes
better
for
time
more
than any.
1v1 tournaments.
Best friends, I would kindly request you refrain from participation in OU tournaments, lest these statistics be destroyed.
I'm going to read Node's comment out. Will you be participating in more official tournaments now that we are changing the meta up completely?
I'd like to point out that the Darkshade added that in between now and we. Node
I
made
did
a typo.
indeed.
Node made a typo. Now we are.
Oh. Well, as far as the tier list the tier list council changes, you know, I'll probably try out some battles, not officially, but I'll just do probably some battles with my friends if I have some time. I mean, I'm currently all bogged down with EV training at the moment, but you know, whenever I have time, I can do battles with friends and stuff. So yeah.
Well, we all hope to see you at some.
Oh,
And
well,
any
thanks.
of your viewers.
I
Oh,
have a question.
well, thanks. Yeah, yes, you know.
Darkshade said we. Do you or do you not have a mouse in your pocket?
What?
Was that a question aimed at me?
Yes.
I was speaking on behalf of the staff as a whole.
On the mouse in your pocket and yourself.
See, I actually have a laptop, so I don't have a mouse at all.
Like, wow. Wow. That wasn't what I meant at all. I meant like an actual mouse.
I know what you meant.
And Node Hunter, any last thoughts?
You were talking about something phallic there. At first. And the answer is thick mices. Trust me, I've seen them.
You said like a rhetorical question.
Because we all know the answer.
So, Node Hunter, please G-O.
No. How is the staff planning to address their incredible love for Senile in the near future?
So, all right. Well, so, would you like to do any shout outs, Node Hunter?
Senile Day confirmed. Senile's always shown.
All right, Node Hunter's last words says Senile, shiny Senile confirmed, and like I said, thank you Tier List Council for attending the interview, and I do apologize
please call me by my first name, Senile. Tier List Council was my father's name.
Senile.
That's Nick Nice and Senile the sidekick.
Oh,
I'll
right.
turn you into my sidekick.
Well,
When I'm done with you, you'll wish you were wearing spandex.
all right. Well, anyway, so sorry. So sorry, I was stuttering and yeah. I hope to get the alerts as quickly as possible, and thank you everyone for attending the interview.
No problem.
You're welcome.
I refuse to say you're welcome because you are not a well. You're a human being like everyone else.
All right. Well, this is
It's very generous and kind
Why
of.
do you kiss girls?
This is the Roy Rogers channel. And don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here, and I hope you all find these questions useful. And if you look at the top right of your screen, it's going to be my farewell there, my farewell sign. So there we go. Anyway, this is the Roy Rogers News Channel.